When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Oregon Ducks offense will go on the attack first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make...
There he goes! He's inside the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stevens. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Minnesota's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
Got his man on the outside. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. Oh, what a cut! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lane. Those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you make those big, long runs.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, down a throw. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it just outside the 30-yard line.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway?
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Speedy. Outside. Touchdown, Minnesota.
come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12. And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Direct snap. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Give to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's... after a nice gain. Line gets set, first down. They'll give it to him again. Plows through the defense. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. Makes a man miss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Quarterback may change this route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. Nice move there. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They were able to get a field goal.
We're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Hands it off on the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Makes the catch near the 50. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They're going to ride this running back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out again.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO fired complete to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football. But this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Lobs it off the back foot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Lets it fly. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and short kick. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for room, it's Riggs. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his man. It's Stevens. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The inside handoff. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion on the out. Oh, a lot of space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Indiana. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Golden Gophers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Defense showing blitz here. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires on the move. And that one's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field. There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball is the reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that now.
Pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Off play action on first down. intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Drives into the pile just to pick. and they'll spot it at the 10.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. And they'll down this one at about the 40. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On the run, it's Riggs. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Walker to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Rock. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot. They'll go right back to it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
From the gun, to Gill, looking for room. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They
slips a tackle, and he's got room. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee.